Hello, welcome to episode 6 of my Better Than Walls Let's Play. The plan for this episode is to get some cranking underway and build the windmill. I might just place the hand cranks just out in the middle of nowhere to begin with, and then I'll move them into the windmill. So we're actually going to have to make some Better Than Wolves stuff now, so we can grab our hemp. We've got a bit of cooked pork chop, that's going to be handy. So one of the most basic things you can make in Better Than Wolves is these little gears. So I'm just going to make a few of those, and they are made like so. So it's going to give me 16 gears. And using these gears, I'm going to make 2 hand cranks, just so I can do the cranking a bit faster on 2 separate mills. So you arrange it like that, and it gives you your hand cranks. And I'm also going to need 2 millstones for now. The windmill, I think, might have 4 in it, and they are constructed like that. So now we've got our windmill. Sorry, we've got our hand cranks and our millstones. So if we just place those here for now. So that's a millstone, and then these are the hand cranks, have to be placed next to it. And then inside, oh, that's how you operate it. Now inside, this is the millstone UI, and I'm going to place 64 hemp in this one, and then 64 hemp in that one. And each time I click on this handle, this little cog at the top slowly fills up, and it will take 4 clicks to do one lot of mechanical power, say, and it will turn 1 bit of hemp into, I think it's 4 bits of hemp fibre. And you have to wait for it to reset before you can click again. So by having 2, I can do this twice as fast than if I was having 1. But what you'll quickly notice is that my food bar is plummeting down, and I'm going to get very hungry very quickly, because this is hard work grinding this stuff up. So that's why I wanted to have a thriving food industry before getting stuck into it. So as you can see, as you're cranking away, the hemp fibres will just spit out of the millstone anywhere around it, in any of the 8 squares around it. So when so as you can see, I've got 16 now, so that's because I've used up 2 in there and 2 in there. But yeah, in the windmill I'm probably going to have about 4 of these set up, and the hole in the top, and there's also on the bottom. Oh, I'm starving to death because I'm so hungry, sorry. But yeah, I just need to apply mechanical power, which will be coming from the windmill, into the top or bottom of the millstones, and then I don't have to do this at all. It's powered by the wind, so I don't get hungry, and I don't have to waste my time standing here doing it. So yeah, I'm going to get busy with this, and I'll be back later with lots of hemp fibres. There we go. After quite a long time, I've managed to turn all that hemp into hemp fibres. Now this is the raw material we're going to need to be making rope and fabric, which is what we're going to need to make a windmill, and to also make all the gearboxes and axles that are going to be needed to transfer the mechanical power. So while I've been sorry, that sheep just looked a little bit pink. While I've been doing this, I've been breeding the animals and culling them, getting up some meat which I've been burning through. It's very hungry work. And getting some leather, and also stockpiling up some wool, because I'd quite like to make the windmill out of wool. I think a nice white building would be quite nice, I think. But yeah, let's do some work with these hemp fibres. So from what I can remember, if you take 9 bits hemp fibre, you can make a piece of hemp fabric, and we're going to need 6 pieces of hemp fabric per windmill sail, and then obviously 4 sails make up the windmill. So is that 24? Yeah. So as you can see, you need a lot of hemp fibres. 24 in each one. I'm making a mess of this, I know, but let's get these all up to 24. Right, so there I should be able to make 24 pieces of fabric. Great. So we've got lots of fibres left over. So now we want to make our foresails, and that's made with the fabric along the top and then wooden planks along the bottom. Now these don't stack. And then we take our foresails and we make a windmill. So there we go, windmill complete. Well, the spinning round bit's complete. We're going to need lots of axles and gearboxes to be able to build this, and then to make axles it requires a rope, so we're going to need quite a lot of rope. And that makes rope, so that's 32 bits of rope. And then to make an axle, how does it go? Yeah, like that, makes an axle. So I guess I'll just make 18 bits of axle for now. And then to make gearboxes, I'm going to need to require some redstone actually, I think. To make a gearbox, if I can remember correctly. So I am actually going to have to do a bit of exploring and a bit of mining, which will be nice. I haven't done that for a while. So we'll keep this as my Better Than Wolves chest. We're going to have to go on a bit of an explore. See what we can find. Probably not going to bump into any wolves. I have found a pine forest, so that should definitely have wolves in, and it is over in the distance that way, not that far from the wood that I've been chopping down. And then yeah, we'll be able to put a windmill in there. So I'm just contemplating whether or not to do this little explore on camera or off camera. I might do it off camera, and then I could always come back with a tour of the explored lands, which is what I'll do. So hopefully I'll return soon with... Wait, am I being an idiot? Massive mong! Sorry, it's been a long time since I've I've been having lots of breaks playing this Minecraft, so I have forgotten what I've been doing. So I have redstone to make gearboxes, so we can get straight in with the job at hand, which is going to be to make the old windmill, which is great news. I'm going to need quite a lot of sticks, because I'm going to need quite a lot of gears, so I'm going to need quite a lot of gearboxes. I know I did that all quite quick. Oh, bit of lag there, sorry. But if you want the recipes, obviously they're all on the wiki with a link below. So I'm probably going to need more axles. You'll see what I'm on about in a minute. You do need a lot of building materials to get your windmill up and running. And the windmill itself, this takes up a I think it's a 13 by 13 square area, the windmill, so you do have to build it up in the air a little bit. And I'm also going to need some of my stone. I might not have enough wool yet really to build it how I want to, but I'll be able to lay down the foundation and get the basic plan in my head on how I want it to look. And I might finish this off as a montage, but to begin with I'll talk us through what we're doing. So I think I'll have it around here. So that might be a corner. And then I'll have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I'm missing the odd torch. Is that going to leave me enough space for what I want to do inside? Not really, it's going to have to be bigger than that. So what I'm wanting to do is I'm going to have 4 millstones laid out. So let me plan this. And they all need space around. So if that's... Oh, I could have it come back further, couldn't I? Closer to the wall a bit. Have it in line with this one. Is that about in line? So it's going to have a cobblestone base. Not a buttery biscuit base, a cobblestone base. And then I think I might make the walls all out of white wool. And then think about a nice wooden roof, I guess. That should look quite nice. So that's going to be a wall. So that's empty space. So I'm going to want a millstone there, empty space. Because yeah, millstones, like I said, eject their contents anywhere in any of the surrounding 8 blocks. So I'm going to want area around all the millstones so that I can have flowing water directing the contents, you know, of their produce. Alright, so my millstone is going to be there in space. Ooh. So that is going to be the width needed. But yeah, it will make much more sense when I get stuck in building properly. And then this will be the windmill section going up there. Hopefully it's... Oh, bit lag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Yeah, so it shouldn't hit that. And that'll be it there, spinning around. I might have a little room here for maybe a wolf den once I finally go get my wolves. So I'm having the mills there. This is going to all want to be dug out for water. Also, I'm a bit, not OCD, but I like things to look nice. So I'm not going to want this to be mud, I'm going to want this to be cobblestone. I recently discovered a use that I didn't know about. You know the cauldron, or it's actually referred to as the stewing pot now. But I didn't realise. It can act by like accepting any block that falls onto it, like Q, you know, when something's like that, if it will flow into the top of a stewing pot, it will enter the stewing pot. So it is just kind of like an open top chest kind of thing. So if I have my water flowing and place a stewing pot there, which I have a little stair to get down to it eventually, stewing pot here, all the stuff that's coming out of the millstone, all the hemp fibre or flour, depending on what I'm grinding up, will enter the stewing pot, and I can just pick it up, so I don't have to worry about the produce despawning when it's lying out on the side. So yeah, my millstones will be sitting on top of here. I'll just leave the dirt on there for now. And yeah, for them to receive power, they have to have an axle going directly down into the top of them. So I want my axles, yeah, coming out the top like this. And if you're ever changing direction on a for mechanical power, it needs to go through a gearbox, and gearboxes face you. The default way the mod comes, gearbox, they face the way they face you when you place them. So I'm going to place that there, and it's facing me. So that's the one special side, and that's the input side. So I need to input power that way, and then it will output power on whatever side I want. So I can now have that outputting on all these sides, and then this can have an input. It's going to face me, so I want to be up on top. This gets a little bit fiddly. Hopefully this is not going to face up. It might face up, mightn't it? Oh no, good. Yeah, so that's facing into inputting there, outputting down into that one, and then I might have it have this one facing me, and I want that one facing this gearbox. Like, face me. Brilliant. So now I can have power coming from my windmill coming along into this one, and then that's going to spread the power through these 4 gearboxes, all powering 4 millstones. And another thing to note is mechanical power will only ever travel the distance of 3 axles without then going through another gearbox, because that's just how it works. So what area have we got here? Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Well, it's like a 4x4 area, isn't it? That's going to do my OCD in, because I'm obviously going to want the windmill central. So I might just have to extend this area. Let's mark what I'm going to want as the middle with dirt, I guess. I'm guessing I want the middle to be there. So that's 1, 2, 3 that way, only 2 that way, and 3 that way, and 3. That's okay. So all I've got to do is extend it like that, and then this is where I want so that's going to become there. And obviously we're building this kind of backwards because the input is going to be directly up there. Oh, this is all coming a bit fiddly, isn't it? How should I have this going? Or I could just have it going straight up there. It doesn't have to be. Or I could have it go up a bit. What do I mine these with? I think I should be using an axe. You get it back no matter what you use, but I think this would be quicker with an axe. So I'm not going to be able to have that as the middle. I'll just have it have it go up here. So this will work fine. So where's that? I'm just marking this out in my head to get it straight. So yeah, this will be perfect. I'm just going to have the power come along this way to here, and then come back towards me here to here, and then obviously I want this one facing up, and now this will be able to go up to where the windmill's going to be. So 1, 2, 3, and that's probably not high enough yet. We'll go up another one. Oh, my bad. Brilliant. 1, 2, 3. Now this is probably going to be high enough, so we'll just have it come up, and then we're going to want it to turn to face the front. Brilliant placement there. Don't drop. Alright, great. On top, there we go. And then 1, 2, 3. What's that? It's probably not going to stick out far enough from the front. Let's try not to fall to our deaths here. Because yeah, when you place the windmill, it places it on the axle, not in front, actually on that axle. So we're probably going to want to get rid of this for now. Place another gearbox. X, and obviously it faces you when you place it, so make sure you're standing in front of where you want it to face, not alongside it, like me. Face me, and then 1, 2, and then we'll place the windmill on this bit, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I want to build the building around this mishmash I've made, and I'm going to do that as a montage, don't worry. I know I've been faffing around here for too long, and I will honestly try and make this look good. But yeah, so windmill will be on there, and the power should flow down through all these axles and power 4 millstones at once. Apparently, with any luck. I've also got to find a nice layout of water to get this to all. Alright, perfect. So yeah, I just need to place my stewing pot there, and the water will flow into it. Just do a quick test of that. Imagine these stuff coming out the millstone. So yeah, they'll come along and drop into. So I could just have it like that and jump in every now and then and empty it, but obviously things despawn after about 5 minutes. So having a stewing pot there will keep it all neat and tidy. I'll quickly show you how to make those, I guess. You require a bucket of water, about 8 iron, and a bone. And you come up to your crafting table, you have your water with a bone on top, and wrap it up in metal, and you get a stewing pot. So, and you get your bucket back, which is nice. Just uses the water out of it, which I'll fill up again. So yeah, the stewing pot, I'll just place it here so you can have a look at it. That's the stewing pot. You right click on it, and it comes up with this empty chest. So what you can do with this is put raw food in, anywhere, any type of raw food, and it slowly just cooks it one piece at a time, similar to being in an oven. But it's the fact that you can just put all different types of raw things in, and they'll slowly cook and accumulate in the stewing pot, so you can come along and empty out all your beef and your chicken, and it's pork, and it's all just cooked, no worries. And it's also got the added benefit of acting as like an open chest and receiving things that fall into it, so it can be used, like I'm going to do here, to act as a hopper. So all my food will just drop into there, and I can just right click on it and get it out. Let me just check. I'm not sure if it has to be lower down or if it will work like that. Nope, there we go. So those dirt disappeared into there. That's perfect. So I can take that out, and then yes, happy as Larry. So not sure how I'm going to do this montage, because I'm actually going to need to look up a bit, aren't I? We'll give it a go like this for now. But yeah, hopefully my windmill should appear in front of your eyes, and hopefully it won't look too naff. But you never know, eh? So, there we have it. There's my little windmill. Yeah, quite proud of that. So the way I placed the windmill is just I had it in my hand and just right clicked on that axle, and it popped into existence. And yeah, like I said, things quite a lot of space. A neat little thing you can do, if you right click on the sails, it kind of just does them in sequential order, doesn't do it depending on which one you click on. So if I wanted that to be blue, white, I would have gone Lazuli, bone mill, Lazuli, bone mill. But yeah, you can right click on it and dye them. So I've got a nice blue windmill swinging around. At the moment I've got it all turned off, and I've got a lever on the first gearbox that the windmill axle goes into. I'm just going to quickly place my millstones. Can I reach them all from here? Yeah, I can reach all 4 millstones. Perfect. So now I can place things in them, and I just have to run up my ladder and turn the first gearbox gearbox on, and that'll transfer mechanical power throughout all my lovely axles and grind up what's ever in my millstone. So I'm going to quickly just pop all this hemp in my millstones and show you them in action. The reason why it's important to be able to turn off your windmill, other than the fact that in the current version of Better Than Walls I'm using, it makes quite a horrendous noise. But I have read that it has been updated, because I'm currently on Minecraft 1.1 and Better Than Walls 3.51 or 2ish, and that has now been updated 3.55, which will work with Minecraft 1.2.3. But every time I've installed it, I've not managed to get past just a black screen of death whenever I run Minecraft. One time I've had it so it will come up with the menu, then when I select any worlds or create a new world, I just get the black screen of death. So, which is annoying. Hopefully it will be sorted out very soon, because I would like to move on to Minecraft 1.2.3 so that I can go play in the jungle, which would be nice. And also the loud banging sound that you're 58. I should have 64 bits. Interesting. 2 bits must not bring them off. But yeah, as you're about to hear, in this version of Better Than Wolves, the old mechanical power does make a hell of a noise. But yeah, sorry, got easily distracted. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Not used to having to close doors behind me. Wonderful. But yeah, if I pop my hemp in my millstones, like so, I can just reach the one to the back. Maybe I'll get rid of this fence just so I can lean over and reach a bit further, I guess. It's just there for aesthetic reasons. But yeah, if I run up here and flick the switch, it will turn on the windmill. And the reason it's important that you can turn off this first gearbox is that if this is all on and it starts raining or a thunderstorm happens in Minecraft, the windmill spins round really, really fast, and the first gearbox explodes. So you need to be able to turn it off whenever it starts raining. And there is a complicated way. That's working lovely. There is a complicated way of doing that yourself, and that's using a detector block, but that requires much more complicated crafting techniques that are a long way off, long way off, that I've never reached before. And it allows you to make a detector block that can detect changes in the surrounding area. So if you have one facing up, it knows whether or not it's raining or not, and outputs a redstone current that can be used to turn off the windmill automatically whenever it starts raining. But for now, we're just going to put up with that gearbox blowing up every now and then it rains, because I'm probably just going to leave this on and forget about it. But there's a lot of animals. Yeah, as you can see, if I open one of these, it's grinding along. It's not the quickest of processes, but I've got 4, so it's 4 times quicker than it would be. And as far as I know, there is unlimited kind of power, so I could keep splitting this and have, 64 millstones all powering at once, but that's a bit overkill. Might have to make a slight change in design. It does seem that some of the hemp fibre is resting on this ledge, because these are half block fence posts. Might replace them with a bit of wood or copper or something, just so it always lands in the water and funnels its way into my stewing pot, which is rather good. Yeah, I was getting some serious lag issues recently, so I don't know what my computer's up to. Maybe AVG, so a full scan in the background. I can jump on here and access the back ones easier, I guess. Still not sure. Oh, a bit up there. Might just change this to maybe glass. Have nothing there, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll see what takes my fancy. But yeah, these are all finished now. Just on the last one, so I can work my way up here and turn it off. Just starts to rain anytime soon. All that happens is this gearbox, when I say explodes, it doesn't cause any damage to surrounding blocks. It itself just disappears, and sometimes like, there's a stick laying around, a bit of wood maybe, but not enough to rebuild it, just kind of like when you smash up a boat. But yeah, that turned off. You see all the smoke effects and banging stops, and these are all finished, and it should all drained. There's a bit of fence post I dropped into my stewing pot, so now I can just easily harvest all of this, and I'm done. I guess I might store this in there for now, and yeah, that's my windmill. So another useful thing I can do is put all my wheat into the mills and grind them into flour, and you only get one bit of flour per wheat, but then you only require one bit of flour if you cook it in a stewing pot to make a donut. So, and they stack up 64 times donuts, so that's quite a good way to get a lot of food quite quickly, all in one place. The windmill still spins around when you power off the first gearbox. It just doesn't break anything, which is good, but it still looks nice. So yeah, that's that little project finished. Not sure what I'll move on to now. I need to get hold of diamonds really, so I can get to the nether. Yeah, get diamonds, build a portal, go to the nether, get some netherrack, so I can set up some stewing pots and finally get cooking. And then also, the important thing with the stewing pot is I need to find a wolf, which I can then feed some meat, and it will produce wolf dung. And then if I was to put some leather, that's another use for the millstone, I apologise. You kill a cow, you get normal leather. And if I was to put this leather in the millstone, it kind of grinds off all the fat and that, and you're left with scoured leather. And if you cook that leather in a stewing pot with some wolf dung, it becomes tanned leather. And you can use that tanned leather to make like good armour, a breeding harness, which makes it so these animals can't move, which seems interesting. And also to make belts, leather belts, and this isn't for wearing purposes, this is for making the next stage of kind of better than wolves, is using the belts to power like a saw blade. So you have a circular saw table powered from mechanical power, and you can use that to saw wood into like panels, and that's needed to move on and make more complicated machinery, such as you can make a water wheel. So that power is smaller than a windmill, not 100% sure on its size, but it's a quarter the size of a windmill, and it's not affected by thunderstorms, and obviously you can use it underground if you take some water underground with you. So it's a nice compact way of getting mechanical power if you please. And yeah, that's used making all the different types of wood shapes you can make on a saw blade, along with glue. And to make glue, it's a substitute for slime balls from sticky slimes. Glue can be made in a stewing pot, but to make it you have to heat the stewing pot more than normal fire, so you have to use bellows to stoke the fire. And to make bellows you have to use this tanned leather. So as you can see, it quite quickly gets quite complicated, but it gives you lots of goals to aim for, and it keeps the game interesting much longer than vanilla Minecraft ever can. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly check on the length of this video, and if there's time, I guess I might try go on a quick diamond hunt, or maybe a wolf hunt, and set up a little doghouse for him to live in, and see if I can maybe produce some dung, which I've never done before. But yeah, let's have a quick check at time, and then I'll let you know how it's going. Well, that's ended up a lot longer than I anticipated, so that's it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.